Okay, let's be honest. We all feel them every day. I'm talking about standards, double standards for women and men. We all see them. We just never talk about it seriously. Or maybe we try, but it never really went anywhere. And the situation doesn't change that much. And it's actually very scary. And I'm here to actually raise the awareness. We live in a world that loves to say that men and women are equal, right? But don't you see how differently people react to the same behavior from women and from men? And the wild part, it's so normalized that most people don't really question it. Why? Let's have a look. Let's go through it. So, if a man cheats, people will judge him, for sure. But it's also like, men are like that. He just made a mistake. It happens. Men. But if a woman cheats, that's extreme. It's shocking. It's like how? A woman and her entire character gets questioned. She went insane or something. Yeah, same action, different way. If a man has had a lot of women, he's experienced. That's okay. He's a man, whatever that means. But if a woman has had a lot of men, now she's definitely not the type you take seriously. She's labeled now. If a man gets drunk from time to time, smokes, it's whatever, fine. He's a man. If a woman does the same, now she's unattractive. Now she's a red flag. Now I don't like women like that. Ew, she's smoking? She's not wifey material. If a man doesn't sit with a child at home, if he doesn't take care of the child all the time or most of the time, people don't even question it. Like, it's fine. It's expected. If a woman doesn't take care of a child all the time or most of the time, the judgment is immediate, relentless. What kind of woman she is? What kind of mother she is? If a man ages naturally, has wrinkles, doesn't go to a cosmetologist, he's getting more mature, it's okay. If a woman does the same, she let herself go. She's aging. Oh, she's getting old. Poor lady. If a man can't even make a fried egg, lives in a mess all the time, that's okay. That's normal. He's a man. But if a woman lives the same way, if she cannot even cook an egg, I'm sorry, like, was she born yesterday or something? If a man focuses only on his career, he's driven, he's ambitious. Wow, a man. If a woman focuses only on her career, is she okay? Like, what about family? If a man is emotionally distant, that's just how men are, you know? If a woman is emotionally distant, oh, that's weird. I mean, girl, how can you even build a connection while being emotionally unavailable? Huh? You know what? In Russian language, there is even a word, a bad word, for a woman who is divorced. We say разведёнка. Literally, it means divorcee, like in a very bad way. You think there is such a word for a man in my native language? No. There is no such a thing, obviously. So, do you see all that? Are we gonna do something with it? It's literally the same behavior, but the lens is completely different. And you see it all the time, everywhere, always, not just sometimes, always. We live in it. Our daughters and sons will continue living in it unless we do something, unless we make it obvious. Did I choose to live in these double standards? No, I didn't. And every single day, I consciously choose to live differently. It's hard, but I can't do otherwise because I'm a woman. I'm a human being. And all of those things I said above, I notice them and I talk about them every day when I can. I make them obvious for people around. You want to know something else weird? Just for fun. In many post-Soviet countries, identity is still built through the male line. Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan, Armenia, Moldova, post-Soviet countries. When a woman marries a man in those countries, she usually takes his last name, which subconsciously means like she joins his family. It's extremely uncommon to have double surnames or take the woman's surname for the whole new family and future children. When you're born in these countries, like I was, you get a first name, of course, then the last name, as I just said, most of the times from your dad, and then you also get a patronymic. It's a name formed from your father's first name. So let's imagine the dad's name is Peter, so it means Peter's daughter or son, but you just say it in one word, Peter's. Like whose? Peter's. And let's imagine his daughter is Maria. And of course they share the last name too. So he's, let's say, Peter Smith. And she's Maria Smith. But in those countries, she's not just Maria Smith. She's Maria Peters Smith, which basically means she is his daughter. And her mother's name, not mentioned. It's like, who cares who carried her, sacrificing health, risking life, giving birth in unbearable pain, then feeding her, caring for her, and giving that little human being, her daughter, everything from her own body, immunity, strength, and many, many more. No, who cares? She's Maria Peters Smith, and it's built directly into her legal name, her passport, her diploma, all her documents for the rest of her life. There is a female equivalent for a patronymic, a matronymic, but do these countries use it? No, never. Me, in my life, and I'm 27, I've never seen anyone with a matronymic from these countries. So let's count that. Surname from your father, patronymic from your father, 2 identity markers, same direction. And I mean, I really love my dad, and I am his daughter. I know that. And guess what? I would still be his daughter without the patronymic. Isn't that a little strange? His name is literally inside mine. But my mom's name is not mentioned? That's so weird. I feel bad for my mom. I feel bad for women. And people call it something normal. People don't care basically. They hide it behind a convenient word, tradition, when in reality, it often masks centuries of humiliation and devaluation of women. Women's labor, women's contribution, and our women's value. So basically, people just don't care. And they keep living like this, as there's nothing remarkable about it. Except there is. It's lineage. It's structure. It's the way we subconsciously perceive women and men. And in the end, when you strip everything else away, the result is simple. The family line passes through the men. Even though women give most of the genes, even though women give birth and risk their lives. And when this is everywhere, when male names are everywhere, it stops looking like toxic dominance. It stops looking like patriarchy and it just becomes normal. And some people see it as normal and they live in it. This and so many other things I said at the beginning of this video, and many, many more, they seem normal too for most of the people. Most of these things in society are never even questioned. We just live like this. And it's normal. That's actually awful. There are people who are tired of this unfairness, who see the difference, who notice, who see these double standards, and who refuse to smooth it all over. For example, me, and some women I know, and some men I know. That's good, I'm not alone, but that's not enough. That's why I believe we need to talk about this, spread awareness, and help women and men see things clearly, more and more every day, little by little. And ultimately, we need to come together in great numbers, speak openly about it, and push for change, whether the history likes it or not. We make new history every single day. There is a part that's still uncomfortable for me. A lot of women still adapt to this. They soften themselves, they stay quiet, they explain things away, they don't want to argue, they don't want to waste energy, they don't want to be seen as difficult, they don't want to be called feminists, because that word has been ruined by society in the same way. Twisted and distorted. But in reality, being a feminist means being a true advocate for your equal rights with men, because we truly are equal. So some women let it slide, again and again. But here's the truth. If you keep ignoring it, nothing changes. We cannot change it if it's not all of us. If you keep smoothing it over, it stays normal. If you keep choosing silence, you become the part of the system that keeps it alive. So what do you actually do with it? So first, you see it, and I hope all of you see it now too, clearly, without gaslighting yourself into thinking, maybe I don't want to be part of this. No, you do. If you choose not to be active, then your daughter, your friend's daughter, your sister, your granddaughter, your great-granddaughter, and those who come after them will face the same injustice. So first, you see it. Second, you stop normalizing it, even in small moments. I know it's hard. Even in basic conversations, daily life, even in jokes, everywhere. And third, you have the courage to say something. Not aggressively, not to fight, but first, not to stay silent. Because change doesn't happen when everyone stays comfortable. It happens when someone says, wait, why is it like that? Why is it so unfair? And honestly, this is on us, on our generation. What we accept now becomes normal later. What we stay silent about gets passed on. It does. So if we don't question it, if we don't speak about it, nothing shifts. And I'm not interested in living in a world where nothing shifts. And you shouldn't be either. Thank you for watching. Make sure you spank me with that like button.